Welcome back. Let's take a look at some results from the NBA. About 10 games decided over the night, but we have selected results, the big games from last night. And of course, we're starting with the Cavs trying to continue their recent winning streak against the Knicks, Sacramento Kings. It was 101-95 for LeBron James. He scored 32 points. And of course, not just 32 points, also the fact that Kevin Love scored 18 points with 13 rebounds for the Cavs. And Cavs have now won 13 straight games. That's a good one. More like they can set a franchise record this Friday against the Indiana Pacers. That's if they able to win that one. They previously won 13 in a row. That was March 2009. Of course, January, February 2010. That was when that one happened. Okay, also the next we have the Celtics and also the Mavericks. It was 97-90. Kerry Irving scoring 9 of his 23 points in the fourth quarter. And for Boston Celtics, they were able to beat the Dallas Mavericks by 97-90. So for Irving, he scored 7 points in the span of 3 minutes. And you will say that guy is something else. For Spurs, it was about LaMarcus Aldridge who scored 18 points to lead them over the Miami Heat. And of course, 8 of the 11 players who were on court actually had double figures. I guess that was give them that victory. For Milwaukee Bucks, Andre Drummond scoring 27 points, grabbed 20 rebounds in that one, but 8 was not enough for Detroit Pistons in the loss to Milwaukee Bucks. We also have the Nigerian Giannis Antetokounmpo, who scored 25 points and grabbed 10 rebounds for Milwaukee Bucks. He also got 22 points from Eric Bledsoe in that one. Pacers and for Chicago Bulls, Victor Oladipo was scoring 11 of his 27 points in the fourth quarter, including a 3-pointer with just 31 seconds left. And that's how Indiana Pacers were able to rally from 16-point deficit in the final quarter to be able to beat Chicago Bulls. Remember, Chicago Bulls actually are having their worst record right now in the NBA. The Warriors and the Hornets, that's the game of the night for Kevin Durant. He scored his 9th triple-double.
Yeah, Starman came to the party.
35 points in 36 minutes, assists 10, rebounds 11, and that's his 9th career triple-double. So for the Warriors, they were without Steph Curry, who's injured, but then he had suffered from a sprained ankle. But then when you have other likes Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, all of them combining for 20 points for Warriors, then you know that, hey, these guys are ready.
I listened to someone I respect talking NBA, and they said, look, 2 essential ingredients: load shedding, load sharing. 2. If you're going to, win, those 2 things, you know how to share responsibility.
Yeah.
Then when you look at your top guys, you don't allow them, bear the burden alone. So when this one, give him proper time to rest. And you can't do that if you don't have, maybe 3, 4, all-star type of players. Or even if the player is not in the all-star yet, but give you an all-star kind of performance. That's the only way you can survive. And I'm not surprised with what the Golden State Warriors are doing. When this guy is resting, this one steps up. When this one is injured, but imagine it's just a one-man team. It goes down, with the team.
Thunder,
I remember when Kobe left LA Lakers, and when Shaquille left and left Kobe, it took him a while. Before eventually they won the NBA, and a lot of critics, doubters were saying a lot because he had to carry the load for a while. But at some point along the line, I think it was Gasol that came in, had some help here and there, and he was able to make it and get the job done. All right, we've talked a lot this morning. We've talked about the UEFA Champions League. We've talked about Daniel Akpeyi. We've also talked about the rampant Reds, Liverpool, putting 7 goals past their opponents. Talk about the IOC, International Olympic Committee, as well this morning. They've talked about AIBA. They've talked about how they were able to make inroads and know about what was happening in Russia. So talk to us about all of those things on the show this morning. Just in case you join us for the first time, this is how you can do just that. Send us a mail, sportsmoney@channelstv.com. Get across to us on Facebook, Channels for Sports, and on Twitter. Our verified handle that is interactive, very busy, and our channels_sports. The conversation never ends right there. So just keep talking to us, and we'll keep you engaged. So send in your comments, your tweets, and your mail on the show this morning. We'll read it out loud. Okay, so let's move on, Cecilia, and talk about the Super Eagles. Everyone is talking, everyone, and everybody just having their say. We can't get enough. Till the World Cup starts, people will keep talking. Some will be confident, some will not, but a lot of people just having their say.
Yeah, definitely. We spoke to some journalists on this day, and of course, you know, the opinion is the fact that Super Eagles have been to the second round. So we're tired of just having the second round. They just want to go a step further. Maybe surpassing what Senegal did. You know, Senegal got to quarterfinals, right? So surpassing that simply means they can be in the semi-finals. But how easy would that be? But because of the current squad that we have, the likes of Jacob Ajom and Mike Miyake are optimistic that look, Super Eagles can definitely do well. I mean, if it means then bringing in new players into the squad, why not? The more the merrier, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's listen to both of them now.
Frankly speaking, there's no easy opponent in that group. In as much as I believe in our Super Eagles, I still think that they're not going to have an easy ride on any of the opponents. Luckily, that Argentina match is going to be the last match at the group of the group stage. We all know Iceland did very well in the last Euros. We all know Croatia as a superpower in football. We are not going to have it easy, but I still believe our Super Eagles can qualify for the next round of the World Cup.
Once we manage to win the first match, you can always navigate our way into the very crucial rounds. We've always been somewhat fortunate, right from 94 when Bulgaria, 98 when we made Spain. Not many people gave us a chance against these nations. I admit that the Croatians are quite tough. In almost every department, they've got very good players. You've got people like Luka Modric, you've got Perisic, good players on the day. But you see, we've always got that, we've always had something that's spectacular about us. We are not too predictable. So that makes us dangerous customers. So I mean, once we just go all out, there's just no stopping us. That's my belief. That's where I get my confidence from. By the time we're meeting Nigeria, most likely we are through to the next round. In the next round, should we get a team that's not too difficult, we might just get all the way to the quarterfinals. I think it's high time an African country, apart from what Senegal, did way back.